welcome back to the PlayStation Livecast, live here from the PlayStation Exhibit Hall. I'm Meredith Molinari, here with Marcus Nilsson of Need for Speed Rivals. Now, right now, let's talk about a little bit about Need for Speed Rivals. I was a big fan of Hot Pursuit, and I know this one also includes a cop car, but it's a little bit different this time.
Yeah, you could argue that it's actually quite a lot different from Hot Pursuit. Hot Pursuit was a very kind of bespoke, choose from a menu experience. Cop versus races, absolutely. Weapons, pursuit tech to take down your rivals. This time around, it's an open world, massive open world, lots to do. Play as either a cop or a racer, but the big difference from, I guess, Hot Pursuit in that regard is that they're very different. You play through racer in one way, and you play through cop in a totally different way.
Now, just to give our audience live home, this is a live demo going on right now.
It is indeed, yeah.
It's live, what you were watching. Just like we are live, the demo is actually live right here.
Exactly.
This is obviously one of our racers.
Exactly, and it's obviously a Ferrari.
Yes, I know Ferrari's back. It's a Ferrari 12, what was it, Berlinetta?
It's the Berlinetta, F12 Berlinetta. It's back in the game after 7 years not being in Need for Speed. Obviously, we're proud of that. And having a game about exotic cars and not having Ferrari is not really the perfect fit. So now they're back, and they're great to drive, and they obviously look great as well.
Now, one of the things I was reading about is that the racers actually can have, they can get speed points. And then you can wager those speed points in the game to unlock different rewards. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I can do that and kind of correct the small mistakes in what you said
yes,
there.
Please correct all my mistakes.
What this is that it's a high-stake risk and reward scoring system, and it kind of goes back into that the cop and the racer are different. As a racer, you will go out in the world like this guy's doing now. You can see how he's collecting points. Right now he has 34,000 points, if you can see that at home. You can also see there's a number underneath that times 4. That means that every action he makes right now, he's making more and more points. It exponentially goes up actually, but to actually get those points, you need to go and bank them. And that's where that risk and reward comes in, right? Because the longer he stays out, the more points he's going to make.
Right.
But the cops are going to get more and more value from taking him down, and he's also more highlighted on the map to cops. So if the cops take him down now, he will lose all those 37,000 points right now, and the cop will take them. So it's a really cool, new, interesting scoring mechanic, which is kind of leaves you on the edge of your seat all the time, and really brings energy and excitement to the experience.
Absolutely. All right, let's just watch for a minute and listen to some of the actual gameplay that's going on right here. Correct?
They can.
Okay.
They can. They can work as a team. Actually, it's beneficial for them to work as a team. But you absolutely do not have to. The kind of absolute biggest feature of this game is something we call all drive.
Right. Now this is how they socially connect, right?
Yeah. Really what that is something quite brand new. Instead of having a single player experience, a co-op experience, and a multiplayer experience, we simply have one Need for Speed world, and you choose how to experience that. The way that works is that if you're playing the game, you're playing Rivals, and then I start playing Rivals and we're friends, that means that I'm going to be put into your world. So you can still be playing single player on your end, go through the progression. I'm playing single player, going through my progression. We do not need to see each other, even we want to, obviously. But then if it happens, and we happen to be on the same street or the same road, we go into either co-op or multiplayer experience seamlessly. There's no lobbies, no waiting. It just happens through player action, really.
That's great. So you basically just kind of like keep an eye on your rear view. You never know when someone's going to come up behind you.
Exactly. You need to keep out for your enemies and your friends.
That's really great. Talk to me now. What about the aesthetic customization of the vehicles? Can the drivers actually, with their race cars or the cop cars, customize them? Yeah.
In a game where we go. Obviously you can play through this game, offline alone, if you want that. But this layer of all drive really adds the layer of playing with others. And when we have that layer, I think it's important to have a car that can actually express who you are. So if I want to have, show my love and have a red car with some decals on, obviously I want to be able to do that. So you can change color, you have license plates, you have decals on the car, you can change the rims and change color of the rims.
Great.
So it's really, we want to be able to kind of give you the tool set to personalize yourself and your car.
Cool. Now we saw the little EMP come up before. You got shockwaves. Any other gadgets at their disposal?
There will be a number of gadgets in this game, which will all kind of fit into the progression of the game.
Okay.
The EMP is one of them. They will be upgradable, as in charge up time, the actual damage they make, and it really creates that spice, in the racing world. We're thinking a lot of kind of the rock paper scissors mechanics of that. So what you do, I can kind of counter, but when I do something, you can counter that, and at the end of the day, someone's going to win, right?
That's great. Now, as far as All Drive is concerned, is that available online only, or can that be local as well?
So All Drive itself is not a game mode per se. It's just a way of playing. So if you're playing this game alone, you will be playing it with AI, obviously.
Yes.
And the way it's going to play out is that you start playing this game, you go through the kind of tutorial, and we're going to ask you, do you want to let other people into your game or not? And if you do you want that to only to be friends, or do you want to open it to everyone?
Oh, great. So you can kind of control who comes in and out of your racing
absolutely.
world.
Absolutely. If you then, when you play, open up to friends, and we are friends, I can easily come into your world totally seamlessly. You won't even notice it.
That's so great. All right, well, release date? When can we get our hands on it?
You can get the hands on the PS3 version of this on the 19th of November.
Great.
It's obviously also on PS4 at a later
date. All right, awesome. Any other things besides the Ferrari F12s or the Berlinetta? Any other exotic cars that you want to tell us about?
Well, they're 55 to 60 cars.
Wow.
They're all kind of hand-picked and exotic in their own ways. The thing that really kind of makes those cars stand out, though, I'd assume, is the way that we can build them and light them, and using use of the Frostbite 3 engine. It is what's propelling Battlefield 4 as well, right? It's a very, very capable engine. It is quite, with some margin, probably the best looking Need for Speed game we've ever made. And we're obviously very intrigued of taking it on to the next generation.
All right, well, thanks so much. I can't wait to drive one. Thanks for joining us. All right, guys, up next, we're going to take a look at Puppeteer.
A short time ago, in a galaxy far from far away. Prepare for an astonishing adventure, full of mystery, full of danger, and full of artistry. At stake were not just one boy's fate, but the fate of the whole moon, and the Earth, and the sun, and galaxy. As the clash grew even clashier, the boy snipped, sliced, and sundered with the cold realization his life counted on it. The flimsy soul of a selfish boy had become the adamantine soul of a hero. Kuturo, may the forceps, scissors, be with you.
PlayStation